morning, everybody. I'm so glad that you were able to come to story time, and I'm so glad that it's a bright, sunshiny day today. It looks like spring is finally coming. It's going to be so exciting. So I have some great stories today about being yourself. So while I'm getting ready to start, I have a poem, and it's called "I'm Glad I'm Me." Because I'm glad to be me, and I'm glad that you are you, because you are awesome and amazing. So here's my poem. No one looks the way I do. I have noticed that is true. No one walks the way I walk. No one talks the way I talk. No one plays the way I play. No one says the things I say. I am special. I am me. There's no one else I'd like to be. All right, so let's get started with our first book. It's called The Crocodile Who Didn't Like Water. Let's see what happens to him. This is by Gemma Marino. Let's see why he didn't like water. Oh, how cute. He's sitting there with his umbrella. Once upon a time, there was a little crocodile. And this little crocodile didn't like water. He longed to play with his brothers and sisters, but they were far too busy with swim club. And this little crocodile didn't like swim club. What he really liked was climbing trees. But nobody else did. It was lonely having no one to play with, so the little crocodile made a decision. He had saved up his money from the tooth fairy, and he knew exactly what to buy with it. Let's see what he's going to buy. The next afternoon, he took his new swim ring over to the water. Today, he would play with his brothers and sisters. Oh, look at them all having so much fun in the water. Oh no, but he couldn't play ball or swim under the water. And although climbing the ladder was fun, he just didn't want to jump. But he didn't want to be alone, so he decided to try one last time. 1, 2, 2.5, 3! Sploosh! Glug. Help! This little crocodile definitely hated water. It was cold, it was wet, and it was embarrassing. But then something strange happened. His nose began to tickle, and the tickle grew and grew and grew until... Achoo! What is that? He's got some fire coming out. Oh, look, now there's some smoke. This little crocodile didn't like water because he wasn't a crocodile at all. He was a dragon. And this little dragon wasn't born to swim. He was born to breathe fire. Oh, look, he's with his brothers and sisters. He's playing with them. He was born to fly. Oh, what a fun book. So he wasn't a crocodile, he was a dragon, and they loved him because he was their brother. All right, here's my first song. It's called I Am Special. I'm going to sing it once, and then you can sing along with me the second time. It's a super easy song. You're going to love it. All right. I am special, don't you see? Don't you see? Someone very special, yes, it's me, Are you ready? All right, here we go. I am special, don't you see? Don't you see? Someone very special, someone very special. Yes, it's me. Yes, it's me. That's right, because you are very special. Now, let's see what's special about my next person in the next book. It's called Smiley Shark. He looks very smiley. Oh, look at this fun under the sea picture. That's beautiful. Far away in a deep rolling ocean lived Smiley Shark, the smiliest and sunniest, the friendliest and funniest, the biggest and toothiest of all the fish. Every day, Smiley Shark watched the beautiful fish that dipped and dived, jigged and jived, darted and dashed with a splish and a splash. Smiley Shark longed to splish and splash with the other fish, but whenever he smiled at them, they swam away. Smiley Shark swam up to Angelfish. "Will you play with me?" he asked. Look at Angelfish. Do you think she's going to say yes? Angelfish shivered and shook, then swoosh! She raced away as fast as she could. Puffer was blowing bubbles. "That looks fun!" laughed Smiley Shark. But Puffer blew himself up into a big spiky ball and pricked poor Smiley Shark on the nose. Boink. Ouch. Starfish was twirling and whirling, dancing and prancing. "What fun!" giggled Smiley Shark. But swirl, Starfish twirled off across the ocean floor. Smiley Shark showed his toothy smile to Jellyfish, and Octopus, and Catfish, and in a flash they all took off as fast as they could swim. "Everyone is scared of my big white teeth," wailed Smiley Shark. He didn't feel much like smiling anymore. Splish splash! Twisting and turning, splashing and churning, the fish danced faster than ever before. Smiley Shark watched from a distance, but this time something was very wrong. All the fish were trapped. "Help!" cried the fish. "Please help us, Smiley Shark!" Smiley Shark swam around and around the fisherman's net. What could he do? How could he help? The only thing Smiley Shark could do was smile. "Ah!" screamed the fisherman, dropping his heavy net into the waves. "I'm getting out of here!" he cried. "Hooray!" cheered the fish. "We're safe! Thank you, Smiley Shark." Now, far away in the deep rolling ocean lived Smiley Shark and all his friends. And every day they can be seen dipping and diving, darting and dashing, splishing and splashing and smiling. And there's another picture of the beautiful sea. What a great book! Oh my gosh! Smiley Shark didn't give up being smiling, and he made all kinds of friends just being himself. It's such a fun book. Ooh, that was really loud. Sorry about that. As I put my book on top of my other book. All right, last song. It's called "No One Like Me." I'll sing it one time, and you can probably sing it with me the next time. This one's kind of a fun one to sing. I really like it. There's no one who's just like me. No one knows who knows how to be me when I am mad or sad. Boo hoo. There's no one who's just like me. Me is who I'm proud to be when I am very, very glad. Hooray! All right, let's try that one again. It was a little fair. I would give fair on that performance. Let's try it one more time. Maybe Miss Kristen can bump it up to good this time. Here we go. There's no one who's just like me. No one who knows how to be me when I am mad or sad. Boo hoo. There's no one who's just like me. Me is who I'm proud to be. Me when I am very, very glad. Hooray! That time was better. All right, last book. This one is super interesting to me because it's not about an animal. It's about a rock. I didn't even know that rocks had stories, but this rock has a story. It's called Ricky the Rock That Couldn't Roll, and it was written by Jay Miletsky and illustrated by Aaron Wozniak. So let's see the story about Ricky. If you can see from the cover, Ricky doesn't look very happy. Let's see what's going on with Ricky. Ricky, the rock that couldn't roll. Over the lake and out past the bay was a green grassy hill where the rocks came to play. It's a rhyming book. They would race to the top to take in the view, then roll their way down the way rocks love to do. I did not know this about rocks. This is such an interesting book. There were Kip, Pip, and Chester, and Marvin the Boulder. Ignatius played too, though he was much older. And a group called the Pebbles never sat still, zigzagging their way up and over the hill. Here's all the little baby pebbles. They're busy. Kai was a meteorite and not from this planet, and Maya was lava, but taken for granted. Stu was the smart one, Parker the clown, and grumpy old Ebert rolled round with a frown. Gabby was sassy. Leslie had flair. Emma was giggly. And Hud had black hair. And I didn't know this, but rocks also tell jokes. So they have a joke going on down here. Parker said, "How do you make a tissue dance?" And Ebert said, "Seriously?" And Leslie says, "You put a little boogie in it." Rocks are so silly. Who knew? But the one trait that seemed to be shared by them all was that every rock there was shaped like a ball. And because they were round, they could easily roll through the grass past the lake, up and over the knoll. Except for poor Ricky, who quietly sat. You see, Rick couldn't roll because one side was flat. See the side that he's sitting on? It's a straight line. All the rest of them are circles. They're all round. What part of this is supposed to be fun? Uh-oh. He doesn't like rolling. His friends didn't get it. "Come roll," they would chant. So Ricky tried, but replied, "I'm sorry, I can't." But the rocks were determined. They were sure they could solve Ricky's flat-sided problem and help him revolve. So Marvin the Boulder, with his impressive physique, carried Rick all the way to the hill's grassy peak. Then he pushed him downhill, yelling, "Keep rolling, kid!" But Rick didn't roll. He just kind of slid. "This feels like a bad idea," he's saying as he's sliding. Well, the rocks weren't done. Not by a mile. Surely this next try would get Rick to smile. They stuck rubber balls all over Rick, using big globs of glue to get them to stick. They were proud of themselves. "This will work," they announced. But Ricky still couldn't roll. Now he just sort of bounced. Boing, boing, boing. And look, he's screaming, "No good! No good!" He doesn't like the bouncing. Well, they pushed and they pulled, trying every which way to get Rick to roll, but by the end of the day, nothing had worked, just like Rick expected, and he ended up feeling depressed and dejected. It's no use, Ricky sighed. There just isn't a way, so I'll sit off to the side and watch you all play. But his friends wouldn't quit. We're here for you, brother, and we'll get you to roll one way or another. So they pondered and thought, each straining their brain, till they looked up and saw it was starting to rain. And that's when it hit that smart stone named Stu. Eureka! He shouted. I know just what to do. He explained to them how they would get Rick to tumble. My plan is pure genius. Stu wasn't too humble. But that's okay. He had a good idea. So they carried our hero down the road about a mile to the lake where they gathered up mud they could pile on the flat side of Rick, creating a mound that they shaped, smoothed, and sculpted until it was round. So they used the mud and they're making him be round. Then after the rain, with the sun in the sky, they left it to bake till the mud was all dry. They gathered up vines and one colorful feather that they wrapped all around Rick to keep it together. So look, he's all wrapped up now, ready to go. Except for this rock has her little pebbles, and she says, does anybody have a towel? She's wanting to wipe them off. When the last knot was tied and the work was all done, the only step left was for Rick to have fun. They stood back and watched, feeling nervous and tense, as Rick breathed in deep with increasing suspense. He moved slowly at first, testing out his new mold, and then, for the first time, Ricky the Rock rolled! Hey! Look how happy he looks. So Bria the ladybug, who'd been there from the start, felt a surge of pure joy swell up in her heart. She thought as she watched her friends play on the hill that there's always a way if there's always a will. And she said to herself as Ricky rolled down the slope, when you're surrounded by love, you always have hope. So there he is, playing with his friends. They didn't give up on him, even though that he was a little different from them. It's so amazing. What a great book, Ricky the Rock That Couldn't Roll. I loved it. All right. I still have St. Patrick's Day kits. Oh, there we go. For you to come and pick up if you want to do the craft for March. You can make a shamrock hat, just like Miss Kristen. There we go. And you can make Shammy, our little leprechaun buddy. He's actually going to be here with us next week to help us with the songs and the books, Shammy, for celebrating St. Patrick's Day. So if you want one of these, go ahead and give us a call or email us and come and pick it up. Maybe you can pick up some books at the same time. I have lots of fun books besides the ones that I just read today. So I hope that everybody has a great sunshiny day today. And thank you so much for coming to watch me at Storytime. And that's it for today. Bye, guys. Thank you.